Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 8 Survival Multiplayer. So, it's been a while since I've been on the server if I'm honest. The new server is up and running, I will just say that. You guys don't have access to it yet, no one's got access except for me and the admins, or the badmins as we've called ourselves. And yeah, we're just setting up spawn and everything like that. We've got like brand new hardware for it and it runs like a dream, it's awesome. But yeah, I hopped on earlier because, what is it? It's this? Yeah, there you go. I made myself some SPS casing. I just did the thing from, I think it was Rage Plays Games video from flipping ages ago. He's an awesome lad. And highly recommend. I haven't made the supercharged coils yet though, so we'll have to make those. So we could do that. Oh, all of these are auto crafted, so let's do. Why are you? Oh, I've already got those, that's why. There you go. Start. That's going to go off and make us some lasers. Or one laser at least. Nice. Yeah. New server's coming out, and it will be out on the 4th of July, so that's Independence Day for all of you Americans out there. So on Independence Day, we will have a new server. We'll be independent from this server. That does mean that on the 3rd of July, we're going to have an end of server event. And I've asked around what we should do for the end of server event. Obviously, JM3 said to ban everyone. Classic. We've had the suggestion of PvP. So I'm just turning PvP on. And what I'm going to do before that happens is I'm going to take a backup of this server. And I'm going to try and get it out to you guys. It's going to be massive though, so I don't know how we're going to get that out to you. We're going to have to do a big zip folder and then put that somewhere. I've got a world downloads section in the Patreon. Actually, no, it's not in the Patreon area of Discord. It's in the regular area. So anybody watching this series can get access to this world. And there's a lot of builds on here, so it might be quite interesting for a few people to download it and fly around and take a peek at everybody's base. What I'll do is when I take the backup, I will put it in a single player for myself, and then I'll probably unclaim everybody's chunks and I'll wipe everything that has people's names on it, so on and so on. Maybe not Seabold's base because he wrote it in big letters, but you know what I mean. I'll try and get it so all of that stuff is gone, and then that means you have access to everything. I know that's a little bit of a pain for a few of my world downloads where I just left my own chunk loads on there, and you have to go into admin mode and unchunk load everything. But yeah, I think that's the plan. I'm not really waiting for anything now, am I? Because I did make myself the SPS. I actually came on at lunch and I set this going and I claimed my areas. I will say the new server, we are planning on making it so you never have to re-chunk load your areas again. So right now you have to come in and you have to re-chunk load stuff after 1 day. So if you've not been online for 1 day, you do have to come in and re-chunk load everything because it unclaims or unchunk loads your chunk loads, if you know what I mean. So all of these were unchunk loaded when I came back in, because as I said, it's been a little while since we've been here. Yeah, you never have to do that again in the new server, but that does mean that in the new server, when you log out, your chunk loads get unloaded. It's weird to talk. I'm having trouble trying to explain it to people, but basically, these will stay where they are, so when you log back in, they will all be loaded again, if you know what I mean. But when you log out, they all get unloaded, as if you were playing like a single player. So that's kind of what we're going for. We're going for a single player sort of... Wait, how do you say it? It's a single player with friends. I think that's how people have been describing it. Which is kind of cool. I like that. Single player with friends. It's pretty neat, isn't it? So, yeah, we've got single player with friends going on the new server. Everybody is going to get access to the new server automatically when this server dies, if you know what I mean. So we're going to set all of that up, and the whitelist will be enabled at that point. You'll all get the new server deets. Brand new, awesome hardware server. It's going to be great. I was on there a minute ago. I might actually hop on there at the end of this video if you want to check it out. We've done quite a bit to spawn. None of it is me either. It's all JM3 and his awesome building skills. So you're going to like that. But today's episode, I am going to set up an SPS. And we're going to try and get ourselves at least one antimatter. Now, we should be able to get a whole antimatter because reasons. And the reasons... Oh, crap. How many of these do I need to make? I forgot. That only makes one. Poo. Not re. I think we need 2 of these. Let's do 2. Because one of these needs to get power. And then the other one needs to get like the actual stuff coming out of it. Oh, do we need 3? Nope, I was right. We do need 3. Haha. Okay, let's go off and make one of those. Go! Is that instant? Oh, it was kind of instant. That's pretty good. Sweet. So I think this is all the stuff you need right here. Supercritical phase shifting. Nice. So for this, you need the polonium, which we've got right here, the solar neutron activators, and you know we're getting the nuclear waste from the combs over here. And you need the polonium to go into this, and you need to give it a butt ton of power, and you're golden at that point. So it's got a bit of a weird setup, the way that you set it up. So I'm just going. I don't know if I should do it here or if I should do it somewhere else. I think here's fine, right? Let's try it here. 1, 2, 3. Is it like this? 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 1. This is actually kind of in the way. Oh, that's not even it. I think it's like that, and then you put some glass. And it has to be reactor glass, by the way. So make sure you've got reactor glass and not structural glass. At least that's how I think it works. Yeah. So we need this basically, but up, and this side, and then this side. Did I do that too big? No, I think that's about right. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on this corner. I'm going to try, and not there, thank you. I'm going to try and do it so it's like a level at a time. So those go on the sides. I'm always really hesitant about building one of these because I always forget how it works. How the building of it itself works. So is that right? That one, and then we need 3 up the side. Yeah, so need to cover this. My shaders are proper bugging out with this connected texture. I must admit, love it. Now I'm still building this. I think this is kind of how you do it. The wand would be really good for this. Wand. Let's grab one of these. It's kind of amazing that I haven't killed a wither yet. I just realised I've not killed a single wither. What the heck? Oh, brilliant. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that was it. Alfred, I think it's Alfred GG. Alfred GG has set up. This looks weird. No, that looks fine. Yeah, Alfred GG has set up a really cool ponder for this. That looks definitely weird. What is going on there? Ah, you idiot! This one's supposed to go like here, and then. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they've set up a really cool ponder for this. I saw them working on it. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. And it even tells you to sneak right click on there. That is actually a question that a lot of people ask. And it tells you to, on one side, do this, and then the other side you pipe out, and then you need another one. So yeah, you need 3. I think it's like that. Yeah. So I missed one on this side. Brilliant. yeah, that's just awesome. I really like when things like, oh, I missed one here as well. Thank you. Yeah, I like when the ponders, for example, get absorbed by other mods, almost other mods. Oh, I fell. There we go. That is actually, oh, okay. I swear it had the texture for like a second right there, and I was proper happy. But I do that. Da 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 da. You get the little red particles. We do need to add a bunch more stuff to this, to be fair. So let's break that one. Put it there. I'm gonna put this one. Do I want that one there? I'm kind of gonna put the power. Actually, no. Let's put the power on the back. Stick that there. Put that there. Now, is that output? That's output right there. So that's outputting the... Interesting. That's outputting the antimatter that we're going to generate. No, that is outputting the antimatter that we're going to generate. Brilliant. And we need a crystallizer, but we also need to get back in there and put this down. Oh, that's a point. This one, I know where this one's supposed to go now. Just remembered. Put this one on top, like right here. Stick that there. There we go. Perfect. This is where we're going to import the polonium, because this stuff, this polonium stuff, this isn't working right now because it's a solar one and it's nighttime. There we go. Have a quick sleep. Yeah, there you go. That's now turning that into polonium. Why is this still going? I'm a little confused why this is still going. Oh, because I put a big stack in there at the beginning of the... Okay, that one's fine. Okay, let's grab all of that. Take that out. I am going to need to make... How many solar neutron activators can I fit up here? I think I had 12 on my single player, and I might do the same thing. Just have 12. And then I will have a ender chest, or I'm going to make another one of these ender chests. Modular router, stick all of the wasted radioactive combs in chemical oxidizers to get the stuff into the solar neutron activator, and then that will get us polonium, which you pump into this, you give this power, and that produces some antimatter. So let's grab the power. Flux networks. Let's put that right there. And we do have infinite power, so I'm going to use infinite power, because why the heck not? And there we go. Now all we need to do is get the output on this sorted. If I right click on this, you can see that there's empty and empty. So I do need the output sorted. What is it? It's a tube? Pressurized tube, that's the badger. Stick that there. Grab ourselves a crystallizer? I think it is. Antimatter. Chemical crystallizer. Right, let's make ourselves one of those. Start. Got to wait for one of those to finish because I've only got 2 crafters right now. There we go. There is the chemical crystallizer. Stick that there. Need to give this power. So underneath, I think. Flux networks. Oh, the new server is going to be so nice. I must admit, because it's got a lot more RAM for one thing. I don't think that really matters too much, but it's also got a ridiculous processor, which is awesome. I also need all the upgrades for this, don't I? Upgrade. Let's do this and that one as well. Make it silent and make it use less power. Perfect. Now all I'm waiting on is me to make these solar neutron activators and chemical oxidizers. Now, as we're going to make a ton of them, solar neutron activators I don't have. Auto-crafted, at least. So we are going to auto-craft that one. Is that bronze? All right, let's make this a recipe. And if I don't have a fire charge one, I don't have a fire charge recipe. Okay, well, we'll use that one. That'll make us bronze for this one. And what is it down here? This is the chemical oxidizer. Chemical oxidizer. Let's also make that. None of those things are recipes. Perfect. What about the other thing? Let's do that. Which one of these? Okay, that one. Let's change that out for the other recipe. Why do you want to do the personal barrel and not the personal chest? Personal chest. Because we got chests auto crafted already. There you go. And then we can do the dynamic barrel, which means we need the bucket. There's a lot of recipes that are involved in this, I must admit. Chemical path. Okay. I think the last thing is the basic chemical tank. And there should be all of the bits that we need. There we go. So we're over here now. Some of the textures got a little bit wonky in the last update. We're just not going to look at those for now. This is going to go in our quick crafting if we've got room. Doesn't look like we've got room, to be fair. I know this one needs to go in. And this one, just to put buckets in as well. And I'll just put these in the extra right there. Perfect. Now, chemical oxidizer, we are going to need 12 of those. That's going to go off and make us 12. Solar neutron activators, we're also going to want 12 of those. So that's going to go make us 12 of those. Perfect. Nice. Okie dokie, we have got everything that we need, I believe, at least. That's not what I went to press. I've made all the upgrades as well. The muffling upgrades are just coming in now. So, solar neutron activators. Oh, these don't stack. You're kidding me. Not a fan when things don't stack like that. Anyway, one. Brilliant. Why'd you place that way, weirdo? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. That's how we want it. And then we also want to get some of those tubes, ones we had earlier. And what you do is you just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then one in the middle. There you go. So all of these will output to the front when they've got what is it? Nuclear waste and some solar power. So it needs to be daytime for this. And then all we need from here is the... Is it a... No, what's this thing called down here? I've already forgotten. The oxidizer. So, ooh, hello. Pressing all the buttons wrong. Whoops. Oxidizer. These don't stack either. Fair enough. Now, these do also need power, so I will put some power down. How do these place? Okay. What are you configured to so I don't have to do all the configuration? Configured to go out the side. Okay. Fair enough. Let's do that. Ah, wait. Okay, let's plug it down again. Let's have a look. Side config gases. Okay, out the side like that. So we will set them up all like this. Make sure that side is pointing into the solar neutron activator. And then all we need to do is set the modular router up, because we're going to use modular routers, right? Because it's kind of my favorite mod. Oh, I didn't mean to put that one there. Brilliant. Yeah. Set a modular router up, probably up here somewhere. Maybe we could just set it right there with one of those ender chests on top, and it's sending to every single one of these. I think that'll be decent. Now, let me grab all of the upgrades. Upgrades. Oh, there's a lot of upgrades right there. I did not mean to pull those out, thank you. I'm going to start with these ones, and all you do is you shift, right click. In fact, let's just do the speed upgrades to begin with. And it won't let you put them in if you've already put them in, so that's super useful. Why have I got one extra? Did I miss one? Okay, that's a pain. Unless I made more than I needed to. I may have miscalculated. Okay, I did miscalculate. Excellent. Let's put that away. That means I've probably got more of these than I need as well, which is fine, because I'm sure we'll use them. This one, and this one. Yeah, perfect. And then I will grab the muffling upgrades. And then all we need to do is route power to these and get that modular router set up. So I kind of went overboard with the flux points, but the flux points are just going to be on top like this. Ended up using 2 modular routers instead of 1. I think I used 1 in my previous series, but because I didn't really use the distributor modules properly, in my previous series, it was trying to send to the first 8 first, and then send to the second 4, I think. And that meant that 4 were always unused. Whereas if I've got 2 of these, the distributor module, this one here, is set up for these 6 around this side. And then I've got another distributor module in there, which is set up for the other 6 around there. And both of these are pulling from this ender chest, which is grabbing all of the combs right there. And that is producing us nuclear waste. And the nuclear waste is in there, it's just, it's nighttime right now. So, oh, and by the way, you can use one of these, the flux configurator. All you have to do is shift right click, and it copies all of, in fact, we're going to have to do that all again, because I'm going to do bypass, limit, and power surge, whatever power surge does. So we've copied that, and I'm going to put that on all of these. Actually, that doesn't really matter for these, but it does matter for the one down here, because if it's set to use the transfer limit, we're not going to put the full amount of power we can into this thing. Now, if I grab myself, did I put my, yeah, if I grab myself my sleeping bag, my brand new sleeping bag, because apparently I'd never made one before, brilliant. We can have a sleep, and it should, if we're lucky, it takes a little while on this server to actually sleep. Should start up, and it's already making us a good amount of antimatter. We've got 30 already. Now, are you all... Yeah, you're all still going, it's just taking its time. So even this is not the quickest that we could do. Technically what we could do is set this up, loads more of these solar neutron activators. Why are you not getting filled up? Did I do something wrong with these? Let's put that the other way around. Oh no, okay, it just waits. I know that modular routers have done some really good coding. I'm going to get away from this because it's quite loud. They've done some really good coding for their pipes and stuff. Not pipes, you know, the actual routers themselves. So they're super, super friendly for the world, if you know what I mean. I don't think you can do anything with the spent nuclear waste, but it looks like all of our spent nuclear waste has gone already. Oh no, never mind, there's a bunch in there, and there's a bunch in all of these. Interesting. But those will go down 1 millibucket per second. Now, another thing that I will say is this is super loud, so we can just mute it. So if I do mech like that, muffle sound. Oh, it's beautiful. This should be pulling a redonkulous amount of power. Yeah, 400 million FE per tick. It's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. This is going up pretty nicely, I must admit. I like that. Another thing I think we can do, let's pop back to spawn. Over here. Oh, there we go. I haven't even... There we go. Does one of these have nuclear waste? I don't know if we ever put a nuclear waste one down. Creative mech... No, we didn't make a nuclear waste. Oh, I should go look at my donations at some point. Yeah, this one here is because these people made us infinite power at the beginning of the server. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, Warp Wild. So we might have something like this in the new server. Anyway, let's pop back home and see how we are doing. It's so wonky. How are we doing in here? We are getting close. We're already like over a quarter of the way there. Now, just bear in mind that we do have infinite combs. We've got infinite power. So imagine if you didn't have infinite combs and infinite power. This would take flipping ages. And it absolutely did take ages on my single player. So I'm kind of happy to use this for now. But this is going to make us an antimatter. I basically want to end the episode, or at least this portion of the episode, with one antimatter in my hand. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Antimatter pellet. Hey. Impossible material. Oh, that took flipping ages, I must admit. Even with infinite power and everything. Flipping heck. Yeah, we're going to have to set this up on the new server, I think. And this might be the first thing we go for. I will say the next server, what we're going to do, ATM. Yeah, we're going to try and get an ATM start as soon as possible. I know on this server I try to do a bit of magic to begin with. I'm not a big fan of magic, if I'm honest. Like, I do love using their mods and everything, all the magic mods and everything. Like, Ars Nouveau, very useful to begin with. But I think, yeah, I think next server we're going to just do things that I'm more comfortable with, and that is setting up big ass machines like this. And we're going to get to the Everbright as soon as possible as well, because this works way better in the Everbright. It works all the time. When it's nighttime here, it's always daytime in the Everbright. I mean, it's in the name, innit? So, makes sense. Everbright, by the way, is by the Blue Skies mod, I think. Yeah, Blue Skies. So that's where we originally set up our, in single players, where we set up our SPS and everything. Just makes it easier. But yeah, anyway, I think this is where we're going to call it for today on this server. I'm going to go and give you a sneak peek of the new server. And yeah, show you what spawn looks like and everything. And you guys will have access to that on the 4th of July. Yeah, 4th of July. Independence Day. And here we are. We are currently at the new spawn. What do you think? I'm in creative mode right now because I did try. Well, I thought today maybe I'd pop over and like start setting a few bits up. But the mods have been, as in the server mods. I think the P mod's been helping. Mr. T and JM3, they've both been like absolutely at it on this server. You can see they've set this up already. So this is all the stuff. That's white concrete right there. You know, I like a bit of white concrete. So thank you very much for that. They've outlined all the banned items. White concrete is not banned, by the way. I'm going to change that as soon as I can. Nukes have been banned, but not really. You can still make nukes, they just don't do anything. You need it for the ATM star, so obviously we couldn't ban it. The chunk destroyer doesn't work still on this server. We might change that. We might turn it on for like a little bit just to see if it destroys the server tick rate, right? So if I do /forge TPS, Right now we're at the perfect 20 because nobody else is online and there's nothing really happening on the server right now. And we've got really good hardware for this. That's the main thing. We've got decent hardware. So they're all the nerfed items. We've got all the rules. I think I went over this in my previous, well, in one of my previous episodes at one point. But yeah, I think this one got added relatively recently. Try and keep the ticks you use to a minimum, basically. We've got 15-minute AFK timer. Server reboots every 4 hours. That might change. We might not need to reboot every 4 hours. We might change that back to like every either 6 or 12. I think 12 might be really good. 12 hours. We've also got scoreboards. So Baxi has already died. I saw that earlier actually. I screenshotted it and sent it to him, and he was like, "Hey." That's because I think he fell off something and died. But that's kind of funny. This will show all the deaths on the server. Or like the ranks of all the deaths. So if you get like 1 million deaths, you'll be like #1 on player deaths. HP as well. I don't really know what this one's doing, if I'm honest, but I think this one's going to display how many hearts you have or who's got the most hearts on the server. And we're going to probably set that up over here as well, and we'll have a few like scoreboards for things. Anyway, this is what spawn looks like. What? It looks insane. So over there is JM3's little house thing that he built. I think this looks like kind of what he works in this in real life. Looks super cool. Has he got his little chair and everything? I wanted to check this out. Yeah, look, he's got all of the levers and he's got his sofa. Love it. Oh, brilliant. And then I think down here, oh, that's just got the mega torch. Fair enough. So cool. There's some trains already in the station. I don't know if these have been glued together yet. It doesn't look like they have been glued together. Fair enough. There's another train right here. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. It does kind of mess with your SPF. If you go in here. Wait, FPS? FPS, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. The SPS has got me a bit thinking wrong right there. Yeah, so that really messes with your FPS. There we go. We got a spleef pitch. This is kind of cool. JM3 set up a button somewhere as well where you can click it. That was me. I accidentally punched this earlier. My bad. But you can click this button and it will reset the pitch for you. I don't know where he's put it. I know he's got a command block somewhere which does it. Is it over here? This must be it. Okay, maybe that's not it. Anyway, yeah, spleef pitch. So we can do a little bit of spleef. And we've got some trading as well. So over here, we've got little stalls that everyone can use. And they are for rent. And you can sort of pay in here, and then that goes into the ender chest, and then you can pay for stuff. I don't know how this is going to work to begin with, but I'm sure we'll figure something out for that. That would be really good. I will say that the spawn, which looks awesome around here. What is that? A bat. Brilliant. The spawn is claimed by us, so you can't really do anything at spawn anymore. I think around the spawn chunk, which is actually here, but we've reset the spawn over to, you know, where we were over in this building. I think 16 chunks in either direction of spawn is where it's always loaded. So previously we had a load of people just build around spawn and then they were always loaded. Kind of defeats the purpose. So next Sunday I will be doing a stream. And that stream will be the end of server event that we're going to do. I might give everyone not op, but you know, like put everyone in creative mode, let them spawn in whatever they want, and they'll probably nuke everything, right? We might unclaim everybody's base, and then people can just like raid them, or more likely nuke them. Brilliant. But yeah, that's the plan for Sunday. So if you are about on Sunday, I normally stream around 2 o'clock UK time, so whatever that is for you. So if you just Google UK time 2 o'clock this Sunday, it'll tell you what time I'll be streaming. I'm going to try and stream on Twitch. I will put, I've always got my link to my Twitch in the description of like every video. I think I've only ever streamed on there like twice. So fingers crossed it goes well. I'm not entirely sure how Twitch works, if I'm honest. But what we'll do is I'll try and like also save it to disk, like the video, and then I'll do a little edit, and then we'll put the little edit that we've got up probably the next day. So Monday next week we'll have a like cut down version of the stream, and we'll show some stream highlights. I think that might be quite fun. And then on Tuesday next week is when everyone gets access to this brand new server, which is going to be so fun. Right, anyway, that is where I'm going to call it for today. So, thank you for watching, thanks for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.